first down. They hand off to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, INDY. And again, it's picked off. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with his second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's gonna go. A pick six for the Maniac.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. It is the game day eve stream. That is what Cody is now wanting us to call it from here on out. Game day eve stream coming at you guys before our week 3 opponent as we face the New York Jets at Lucas Oil Stadium, the second straight week at home. Cody, how excited are you for this game, man? And what are you wanting to see?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, that's why I wanted to name it, Game Day Eve, because it feels like it's Christmas every single week on Saturday. It's like Christmas Eve and then Christmas. It's like Game Day Eve and Game Day. So I am beyond excited. And what I want to see from this team is back-to-back consistent, thorough victories. I mean, the last week was a really great game. We've said it. The Colts thoroughly, from start to finish, dominated the Vikings about every aspect. But what I want to see, man, is I want to see, can the Colts do it again against an opponent you should beat by double digits. I believe the Vegas odds right now are somewhere like 10 or 11. So the Colts
it's 11.5 right now.
So it's even raised. I don't know the word, risen since I last looked. So, wow. Okay. So I want to see the Colts go out and at least cover the spread for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Second week at home, Colts don't really have to travel. They're staying at home. So, they should be more comfortable, better weeks of practice probably. So listen, man, Jim Irsay saying roof might be open, might not be open. It's a 4:05 game. So the sun won't be as high in the sky as what it normally would be if the roof is open. What are you thinking, man? The roof going to be open or closed?
I mean, it's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow. I have a feeling it's going to stay open until you absolutely can't open it. But I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of it, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be open tomorrow.
Yeah, it probably will be open. I think everyone's just like, close the damn roof so T.Y. doesn't drop another touchdown. Yeah. He actually did say that in his press conference that he actually did say, yes, the sun was in my eyes. I'm not going to say that was an excuse, but yes, it was there, and that's probably why I dropped it.
Yeah, which I didn't love that. I mean, it's like, okay, dude, you've been playing in this league a long time. You've had that plenty of times. Like, come on.
Yeah, I know, but the sun never gets easier, Cody. It never gets easier on the eyes. But, okay, so while we're on the T.Y. Hilton talk, let's talk about another thing T.Y. Hilton talked about in his press conference was that he got a call from Grandma Hilton, and she told him that who she saw on TV was not the person that she knows. And he said it was tough for him and for her to have a rude awakening to be told, that's not who I know you are. And he said that was a wake-up call. Sometimes it does take the ones that you love to tell you something, to remind you of what you're not doing right. And it's funny, Cody, because he said something that I mentioned earlier in a video this week. I don't remember what it was about or who it was with, but T.Y. Hilton said, it feels like over the first 2 weeks, I've tried to prove something that I've never needed to. Mm-hmm. Like the last 2 weeks, it's felt like I feel like I've been trying to prove myself when I really don't need to. Like my tenure speaks for itself. I've been here 9 years. I've been one of the most consistent receivers in the NFL since coming in. Like, what do I need to prove? Right. And I think it was good to hear that. It was good to hear T.Y. Hilton say that. And I think that's true. That's what was going on over the last 2 games. And he said, I've had a rude wake-up call this last few days, and I feel like I'm back to being my normal emotional self. What do you make of all of that?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It almost felt like in a little bit like T.Y. Hilton was kind of like getting in his own head a little bit. And it was just weird. It's like, okay, he hasn't really lost a step in terms of like speed or anything physical. It just seems like more of a mental thing at this point. And it was just really confusing. Like, these are catches that T.Y. Hilton routinely has made throughout his career. And so I think it was just something where he was hurt last year, right? He missed the most games he's ever missed. And maybe that got to his head a little bit. And he's like, I have to go out here and I have to prove it. And he just let it get into his head a little bit too much. When in reality, he's been one of the most consistent receivers over the past decade. Like, T.Y. Hilton's been a phenomenal player in his own right, and he's played with different quarterbacks, and he's still put up pretty good numbers. So I think it's great that T.Y. Hilton's taking the pressure off himself. Like, he can just like you said, he can let his resume speak for itself, and he can go out there and just prove that he's the player. He just goes out there and does it. Like, that's what
just go out there and do it, bro. We know you can. Just go do it. Like, that's it. You don't need to tell us. You don't need to be anything different than the T.Y. Hilton we know you are, and what Phillip Rivers knows you are, and what Frank Reich knows you are, and Nick Sirianni, and the whole Colts organization knows you are. Just go do it. Yep. That's it. Mm-hmm. And so for the 27 of you in here right now, thank you to everyone that is watching. Be sure to like the stream, everyone. If you haven't subbed, make sure you go and do that. Always looking for new subs. And if you guys want to become channel members, there is the option down below. Check out the join button right by the subscribe button. Should be right there, and you can check those out. Let's get into a little bit of the chat here. Gavin saying hi. What's up? What's up, everyone? Kirch 101, a loyal member of the channel. Let's go. Kirch, what's up, man? How you doing? Alan James, what's up, Colts Nation? What's up, Alan? Let's see here. Joe, go Colts. Galvin with the go Colts. Jax is in here with the juice. Hey, you already know, man. Jennifer's in here as well. Hey, y'all, let's go Colts Nation. Jennifer, how are you? If we don't beat them by at least 2 touchdowns, there is a problem. Well, I'm certainly hoping we can. And I do think we will. Jack Adams, our boy. What's up, guys? Colts going to get that W tomorrow. No more trap games. I certainly hope there's no more trap games. That would be great. Mm-hmm. What do you think the score will be? What did you say with Jet Central? What did you say?
I gave a bold prediction. I said 31-10. I thought it was going to be a blowout.
I was going to say, I thought I did like 31 to like 34 to like 17 or something. I think.
Like you said 34-24, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. It might have been.
You said they'll kind of hang around, but in the end, the Colts will cover the spread and get 10.
I feel that. Colts 31, Jets 13.
That's about where I'm at. Yeah.
Freaking tighten up with LGRW. What's up, LGRW? How you doing, man? Oh, man. I talked to Mr. Titan. You know who that is? Titans podcaster. Okay. He's just started. Okay. Anyone that wants to actually check out any Titans podcast, you obviously know we've done a collab with Tennessee Titans Weekly, and we have obviously our buddy Titan Upload that we interact with all the time, and we're going to be on his podcast here soon, and he will be on ours. But Mr. Titan started a Titans podcast. He was talking to me last night. He said he started 5 months ago. He's already at 1,400 subs. Man. So, yeah, I know. I was telling him, like, dude, that's impressive. Like, Cody and I, it took us over a year and a half to get to where we are now. I mean, you're half of where we are almost in 5 months. Like, that's great. Mm-hmm. Roof better be closed. Yeah, I think that's all of Colts Nation ranting for Jim Irsay to freaking close it. Colts 35, Jets 10. Hello, Derek and Cody. Let's go Colts. So first question, who's filling in all the empty positions?
Like Matthew Adams went on IR. He's probably asking about that. I know our friend Zach Hicks mentioned Robert Windsor. Maybe he gets a look to fill that position. I know the Colts have some people were asking about corner. I know they brought up a corner, right? Traymon Smith, I believe it was. So they have 5 corners right now. Obviously with Ruckus and being out, that hurts a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Robert Windsor, or maybe you have a lot of receivers too. So probably Windsor would be my best bet.
Yeah, that'll be difficult, but Yeah, I mean, we still haven't really lost anybody too much as compared to what we did last week. I mean, really didn't lose anybody new, so thankfully for that. I mean, Cody, I don't know about you, but the first 2-3 weeks of this season, the injury reports have been very, very good for me. I mean, not having a lot of guys having any issues at all with injuries, obviously, besides the ones that obviously are season ending.
Yeah, and then Paris Campbell, we don't really know if it's going to be season ending or if it's going to be, late into the season, but it's great that they haven't officially just said, oh, he's out for the year, which I think is great.
Yeah, it was funny because I saw Buckner's name on there and it said he had a back issue, but yeah, it was like he didn't miss any practice all week. There was no issue. It just listed him with a back injury, and then everyone was just like, oh my God, what's happening with Buckner? What's happened with Buckner? Why does he have a back? Like, guys, chill. Quentin Nelson had a back thing for the first week going into it. He's fine. Like, chill out. It's fine. Buckner's not hurt. I promise. You think a guy did what he did last week and he's hurt? Chill. If he is hurt, I'll say this. If he is hurt and he did that, imagine what he can do when he's healthy.
Right.
Devin Church, another great member of the stream. What's up, Cody and Derek? My week was a lot better after a win last Sunday, so let's get another. Let's go. Hey, I feel that, Devin. We need another good week. Nomadic Brian. I don't want to sing that, but I know what he's trying to say. That's funny, Nomadic. The Jets got us in the playoffs last year by beating the Steelers. Hopefully they help the Titans out again. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, and Jack with the skull. Oh, yeah, because Tennessee's playing. Yeah, because Tennessee's playing them this week.
Yeah.
Oh, and LGRW, I think you can appreciate this. I did a podcast with my friends right before this, and they both picked the Vikings to win in that game. I'm the only one here that picked the Titans to win that game. So just a little respect for your team, but don't worry, I'm not going to say at all that you're going to beat us this year. I don't care if we lose Phillip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, T.Y. Hilton, Quentin Nelson, Anthony Costanzo, Ryan Kelly, DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard, all of them. I don't care. Y'all asses are losing. I'm just saying. Love you, LGRW. Deep drops aren't a huge concern of mine as long as they keep making those shots. Yeah, I think that's true. That doesn't really concern me too much because, you miss an occasional one. I get it. But, I mean, I don't think Hilton's going to miss every one of those. And the other deep threats, I mean, Mo Alley Cox and a couple other guys have been catching their deep ball throws. So I don't think it's been a huge issue. Niski Cap, let's go 1-0 tomorrow. Hey, definitely, man. Actually get the game in my area. Let's go. Hey, I got you. TY will get fed. Yeah, I definitely agree. Miles Bryan, what is good, Miles? Glad you finally can get in here. Jack, did you do that $20 super chat since Rivers didn't get a rush touchdown week 1? Hey, Jack, you're getting called out there by Niski Cap. He remembers. This is what I was thinking about TY. We all know how he is a baller, and I know he will get back to himself very soon. I agree. Pascal will be fine. He just needs to keep playing, and that will change. Then again, he may not even be worried about his rating. I don't think he's worried about it either. Honestly, I think for Zach Pascal, Cody, I think it's just kind of one of those things where when you have a journey like he's had, undrafted free agent, you didn't know if you're actually going to be able to play in the league. Now he's a full-time starter. He gets the second most snaps of anyone on the football team right now on offense. For me, I honestly don't really think he cares about his numbers. I mean, of course he does a little bit, but I don't think he cares as much as some other guys would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Pascal is definitely a team-first player, which you love to see that.
And is a great run blocker. Explains why he gets the second most snaps on the team.
Yeah.
Pittman is going for 100 yards, 1 touchdown tomorrow. Hey, that's high hopes for him. I agree. I mean, I don't know about you, Cody, but I think the biggest difference I saw from anyone besides Jonathan Taylor was Michael Pittman, because he got more snaps. He also really showed his willingness and his ability to run block. And he also had some more receptions too. So I really like that from week 1 to week 2, he got a lot more involved in the offense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to have to now with Paris Campbell being out. So,
yep.
It's going to be interesting to see how many more snaps he gets, like even more now that he's out, So, yeah, I mean, he's now he's on like with fantasy or whatever. Now he's actually like one of the top free agent guys like available now. So, like they're projecting. Not who knows what will happen, but yeah.
Will Hines be more involved this week? Speaking of Paris Campbell being out, a guy that could take his spot for receptions. I asked Vic yesterday if he thought that Hines could potentially be in the slot on occasion because of, Paris Campbell being gone. What do you think? Hines get some more passing snaps there with, Paris Campbell being gone?
Yeah, I definitely think that's a potential thing. I mean, I know he played some slot receiver at NC State, so I could definitely see them using him more in the slot like that.
Let's see here. Go Colts from Mexico. Hey, Roger, thank you very much. If we're up big by third quarter, do you think we could put in Jacoby Brissett? If we're up really, really big at the end of the third, I would love to see Eason.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see Eason.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point in putting in Brissett when you already know what he is? Why would you?
You already know what he is.
Give us some game time reps. Yeah.
Absolutely. Give your third string guy who you potentially could have as your future franchise guy. Give him some minutes. Whatever minutes it is, it doesn't matter. It's still minutes. Mm-hmm. Please, no more trap games. We're so much better than New York. Yeah. It's funny because we as Colts fans understand this. Everyone that's in this chat that's a Colts fan understands the pain that we Colts fans have to go through on a yearly basis. We beat the teams that we're not supposed to beat, but we don't beat the teams we're supposed to. It's sad, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and have you seen just the laundry list of injuries for the Jets? The Colts barely have any, and the Jets are I think they had 17 players at one point this week on the injury report, and I already have a few players on IR too.
They have
crazy.
They have 5 players that have already been opted out for this week. Mm-hmm. One of them being Quincy Wilson, so we won't see that matchup.
Funny enough.
Yeah, I know. Funny enough, right?
Trashes the Colts. I mean, what is it with these guys that don't live up to the potential? They just go off and they just badmouth the Colts. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
It's
he didn't like the scheme. He didn't like the scheme.
Well,
that's all it was.
When he said I'd rather cover people than instead of covering grass. Well, he couldn't do either. So why is he complaining?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there's 6 players that are questionable for that game. So we could potentially see another 1 or 2 players not play.
Yeah.
And not to mention Le'Veon Bell's not playing. So they're basically this, guys. It's Sam Darnold. They have Frank Gore as their running back. Absolute love for Frank Gore. Frank Gore is a rock. He has a special place in our hearts as Colts fans. We absolutely love Frank Gore, but Frank Gore is not a Le'Veon Bell. I'm just saying that. But and then they don't have their top 3 wide receivers. Jameis Crowder actually just got downgraded to doubtful for this game. So Denzel Mims isn't there. Brashad Perryman's not playing. Crowder's not playing. Their best receiver is Chris Hogan, who everybody knows was one of the best wide receivers on the New England Patriots a few years back in that Belichick system, but hasn't really done much since then. And they might not have their center or their right. They don't have their right tackle for this game. They may not have their center either.
Man.
So their offense is decimated, bro. Decimated.
Yeah.
The Colts need to be aggressive every play. Every play. Yeah. Set blitz 5, blitz 6 if you want to. Blitz the hell out of Sam Darnold. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can't afford to play cute with them. No matter if you're projected to win by 10 points, if the Colts play cute with them, we are going to come on this podcast and we are going to rip Matt Eberflus because you cannot do that. After you saw what happened in week 1, you can't go back to that. You have to do what you did in week 2,
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
you can't afford for that to happen again. Like, come on.
I see this here. Kelvin Beatty with the $5 super chat. Wilson's on the worst D number in the field and still can't start on it.
Yeah.
That's funny. He's on one of the worst defense in the NFL and still can't start on it. Yeah, I mean, it's funny enough because Pierre Desir is actually their best corner right now. Jets Central talked about that, but
didn't he get benched too?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty
did
sure he got benched in like either week 1 or last week. I know I believe I heard that.
I have no idea.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But it sounds like he's going to be the number 1 corner because it sounds like they don't have a choice.
No.
40 of you in the chat. Thank you very much. Kelvin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Very much appreciated. Guys, Kelvin is a loyal member to this chat. Really appreciate him as being a member of the channel. Really appreciate you, my guy.
Absolutely.
I'm pro open roof, just saying. Oh, gosh. You're going to get a lot of hate out of that one, Jinx. The only game I can watch till the game is the Browns versus the Redskins. Not Redskins anymore. It's the Washington football team. Okay, Gavin, you got to remember that.
Well,
but don't get me wrong, Gavin. I think that could be a fun game. I mean, if you want a game where you could potentially see what Washington could look like, this might be a good game to actually watch because, you know, either the Washington football team is going to stomp them or the rushing attack is just going to destroy Washington. I don't know, but I'm actually interested to watch that game. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I have Nick Chubb, so yeah.
Yeah, Cody's really rooting for the Browns. At least we're not saying for him with the injuries. Oh my God, bro. Let me break it down for you. Let me just break this quickly. Nick Bosa, gone for the year. Solomon Thomas, gone for the year. They lost Buckner to us, so 3 of their top 4 defensive linemen from last year, they're not on the team right now. They're not able to play because one of them's gone and 2 of them are gone with injuries. So all they have is Eric Armstead. That's all they got.
And Kinlaw, too.
And Kinlaw, right. But, I mean, you know, he's not been as good as Buckner yet.
Right.
And then what do they got? Jimmy Garoppolo's going to miss this next game with – I don't remember what his injury was. Mostert, I think is his last. Mostert, yeah, he's gone for this week. Tevin Coleman, their other running back, is gone for multiple weeks with a ankle injury, and I mean they're already down Deebo Samuel, their second wide receiver, and they're gone George Kittle this next game too. So they have nobody, bro. They have nobody.
I feel like it's the same way with the Eagles too. Like they've just been killed with injuries as well, man.
Right. Gary Thompson, throw a 300-pound guard and your back would hurt too. Thanks. I definitely agree with that. Thank you for the bit of respect, Derek. LOL. No problem, LGRW. I don't expect you to give the same back in return, but it's Minnesota will beat Tennessee. No way the Vikes start out 0-3, and we cannot let Tennessee beat 3-0. Look, I don't care about the Titans record. That doesn't concern me. I think that all I care about is the Colts record overall, because that's ultimately how we're going to get in the playoff. I don't care about Tennessee's record. But, I mean, honestly, I do think Tennessee just has the lineup to do it. Hot take. Colts defense gets the first score on a turnover. All right. Interesting. Are we talking interception or are we talking fumble recovery? Let me know, Nomadic. My biggest thing with week 3 is finding out our identity on offense. Week 1 and 2, definitely very different. I don't know about you, Cody, but I felt like last week they kind of found it. I know they're trying to do a little more, but I think they pretty much found how they want to run their offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we thought they would do to start for the entire year, and so that's why we were very puzzled by week 1 and the game plan there. And so, yeah, I mean, I think so. I definitely agree. Like, we got to find our identity in terms of scoring in the red zone and also on third down. Like, we definitely got to find our identity there because those have been staples of Frank Reich's offense. It's kind of weird that we struggled so far through the first 2 weeks in those 2 areas. So I definitely agree. They got to find their identity in those ways.
I'm not gonna lie, Cody kind of looks like Andrew Luck.
I do.
He does? I didn't notice it, but I mean, look.
Do you want me to do my Andrew Luck impression to help you out?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I actually don't know if I want to do it because it's embarrassing. There you go. There it is.
Oh God, I did not expect Goofy to show up in the stream.
Well, that's what you get sometimes.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I will at some point, but I don't see it.
Just the neck beard, I think. I trimmed it.
It might. Anybody see Pittman's video where he shows COVID testing for players? Got to commend these guys because that looked brutal.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they're lackadaisical with it. Sometimes they're not. I mean, I think at certain points they'll do the full treatment of all the way up the nose. Sometimes they won't, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't see that video though, so I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I've definitely checked out Michael Pittman's channel. I've really enjoyed watching it. It's been a lot of fun.
It is funny.
Kind of watching him from week to week, like, from week. I saw the week 1. I just watched the week 2 one. So it's just kind of cool to feel like you're kind of connected with the player in a way you never were before, So
yeah, you're getting the life inside of a football player and his, soon to be growing family. It's kind of like that. It's definitely pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and his girlfriend do a really good job on that channel. Very interactive. Yeah. When can we expect Teray back? I don't know at this point. They said it was going to be at least 6 weeks. I mean, I don't anticipate us seeing him for at least another month.
Yeah.
So Cousins going to throw for 400 plus yards after being embarrassed by the Colts. A guy like him doesn't let a game like the Colts game happen and keep on struggling. Debatable.
I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm just saying. 100 on Easton game time if up big, especially since we never had a preseason. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. He didn't get preseason, so give him a chance to see some garbage time. It's some reps. Will Sheldon Day / Trey Burton be back next week? I haven't heard anything on Sheldon Day or Trey Burton, Cody. I have no idea.
No, I mean, you don't need to right now. They're focused on the game, so I'm sure we'll know as it goes along and as they progress. But no, they haven't said anything yet about those guys.
Jets would lose to my high school team. That's funny. What's up with today? Sheldon Day, Trey Burton, and Jack Doyle. Well, at least some positive news, Cody, is at least Jack Doyle was a full participant in Friday's practice. So there could be a good possibility that, Jack Doyle could get some snaps. I don't know how much, but we could see Jack Doyle out there, though.
Yeah, which is great. You need him.
Can we see a shootout against the Jets? I don't know. Are we talking shootout? I'd highly doubt that there's a shootout, because I would say that if the Jets had all the guys that they had healthy, but I don't see that happening. I honestly don't. I had a COVID test due to having leukemia last year and just taking precautions, and it's not fun. Expect mine was like a throat swab and not one up your nose going to your brain. Well, I mean, at least you didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've talked to people who've had that happen, and they're just like, yeah, it just makes your eyes freaking water for a few minutes. But outside of that, it's not terrible. I mean, obviously it's very, very uncomfortable. Playing the Jets. Wait, this is just a full pad scrimmage for the Colts offense, right? I mean, it's like playing old teammates again. It really is. It's literally just feels like that, honestly.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I just am always cautious, though. Like with teams like the Jets, where I've seen people just different comments, like, we're going to smack the Jets. And I'm just like, I have seen the Colts go and playing teams that we're supposed to smack and losing to those teams. I am not there at all. Like, I expect the Colts to win, but
we can sit here and say we think they're going to blow them out, but that doesn't mean we're going to say it with confidence.
Right.
There's no way.
Yep.
Just think if Luck had this O-line. Don't remind me, Josh Fish.
This team, too.
Yeah, for real, though. I'd take Cousins over Tannehill based on their careers. Who are you taking right now, Cody?
Oh, my gosh.
I'll say here right now I'm taking Tannehill.
I would say that, too, because I feel like Adam Gase just kind of ruined part of his career. He does that with quarterbacks. So, if he was in the right system, maybe Tannehill would have been a lot more successful in Miami. I don't know.
Yep. A lot of people said that too when he was in Miami. They said, injuries got a hold of him. Like, don't be discouraged by what you saw there. 9 former Colts on the Jets. Gore, Desir, Wilson, Anderson, Basham, Farley headlining them. That is crazy. Dude,
yeah,
that is.
Hairston's on there too.
Yeah.
Josh Andrews is on there. It is crazy. And then Thomas Hennessy, I think, is another name that's on there. Like, there's just wild the amount of Pierre Desir did get benched.
Desir did get benched. Chef Carolyn, hey fellas, thanks again for the Colts wall portrait. It looks great on my wall. Chef Carolyn, you gotta send us a picture. I want to see that.
She did it in the messages, but
she did?
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I want to see it because I sometimes you get these Amazon products and they're okay. They're not like as great as they look, but I mean that looked cool. I really want to see it. I just don't know how far down this message group you actually. Here it is. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely cool. It looks just as advertised.
Yeah,
sweet.
Good.
Now you just need like a bunch of lights, like right behind it, have like a projection right behind it. That would look really cool. But thanks, Chef Carolyn. Glad you got it. Glad you enjoy it. I'm a big time Coleman fan from his IU days. Nomadic saying interception. So pick 6. All right.
Okay.
All right. Who's getting it though? You got to answer me that. Who's getting it? Which do you think is going to be better game? Packers versus the Saints or Ravens versus the Chiefs? Oh, Ravens versus the Chiefs. No question about it. No question about it. Especially since the Ravens and Chiefs have less injuries. So, yeah, that one's going to be fun.
Yeah. 2 of the best quarterbacks of their respected, positions. So I definitely think so. I agree.
I mean, both of those games are going to be hella fun. I'm going to watch both.
Yeah.
I would love to see Buckner with the sack fumble and Houston gets the recovery for a touchdown. Interesting. Let's see here. Always good to see you guys going strong. I only care about 2 things in this game, winning and not adding any new injuries because we can't afford them. Just plain, folks, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And, we certainly hope there's not any more injuries to add as well. We're certainly hoping. Hey, it's your boy Kari Willis is what he's saying, Cody.
I can get on board with that.
All right. Cody will definitely get on board with it because then he has a slight argument over me when it comes to Okereke and the Willis debate.
I still do.
Oh, boy. Right. Expanded playoffs this year, right? So division winning isn't as crucial. No, it's not. 7 teams in each conference. So that's an extra playoff spot. And right, I mean, if you win the division, it doesn't even matter. It's all about those last 3 teams. How does the record look? And as long as if we're 10-6, then we're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hope they take some deep shots on 2nd and short. What do you think about that strategy?
That might be a good idea if they do get in those situations. I'm always a fan of that.
Yep. Let's see. Only 4 Jets receivers are active tomorrow, so I hope it isn't a shootout. Yeah, only 4?
Wow.
No way. Only 4 wide receivers? Wow. Burton has to stay out at least 1 more week. Yeah, because he was placed on IR, so he has to be out this week. My guess is we probably won't see him for like another 2 weeks. Because I still didn't hear anything on his injury. Cody, have you heard anything?
No updates yet.
Yeah, I've not heard one thing about him. Is Julian Blackmon the real deal? He sure looks like it to me. I mean, Cody, looking at the first game, he looks confident, even though we said he may not be that confident. He looked confident.
He did. He only played, 32 snaps? So, he was on a pitch count, but in those he made those 32 snaps count. And you said it, like he was confident and he went up there and he forced a turnover. Like he's just that type of guy that he's a fearless player. And like I always kind of wonder with Malik Hooker, like was he a little bit hesitant at certain points, especially after that injury, you know? It seemed like there was times where he wasn't fully confident in himself. And it seems like Blackman has no problem, man, going up there and laying the wood down and, for deflecting passes and all this stuff. So I know it's very early and we've only seen him in limited snaps, but certainly love what I've seen out of Julian Blackman so far. That's for sure.
That Florida QB looks good today. In first half, 4 or 5 touchdowns against Ole Miss. Jeez, a lot of touchdowns early in the game, man.
Yeah. Did you see Utah? I think it's Utah got – no, wait.
No.
Who was it? Somebody got upset today.
Was it Auburn?
No, it's number 3. Shoot.
Oklahoma.
I was watching the game. Oklahoma, yeah. Yep. OU, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I love it when Oklahoma loses. I was glad to –
crazy.
Yeah. Who did they lose to?
Oh, gosh. I honestly, just barely turned on the game, but, I saw that they lost. I'd have to pull it up, but it was like a team that lost last week, so it was, very much like a surprise, you know?
That's good.
Yeah.
I was glad to see how good Xavier Rhodes was against Thielen. He kept him to very low yards, and it was great to see. Yeah, before Rhodes went out with those cramps, he definitely was he definitely had himself a better game. Because especially all the crap he was getting in week 1, it was nice to see him, come back and look better. Just overall, the whole Colts secondary just looked a lot better. And that was because of a lot of things. But, yeah, it was still good to see Xavier Rhodes do what he did. I'd get benched, too, if I was playing for a trash team. Oh, man. I was more glad how good Blackman was this past Sunday for sure. Sorry about the Cousins talk, slight MSU bias. Oh, geez. No, Lamar has not beaten Mahomes yet. Not even close. Dak Dance, if Taylor gets 3 touchdowns, yes, I absolutely do that if he gets 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
If Jonathan Taylor gets 3 touchdowns, then I will do the Dak Dance. That's one time. If Rivers doesn't come back, who is our guy at QB? Well, it would have to be Brissett right away, but I would certainly hope it'd be Eason at some point, honestly. Do you see that video, Cody, of Eason from the end zone threw it to the 39-yard line on the other side without even stepping into it?
Yeah, he's got an arm, man. You love.
I could only imagine if you gave him one step to just launch it, let him throw it as far as he could. Oh my God, he'd probably get it 80, 90 yards. It would not surprise me that he has such an amazing arm. It is amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if he's talking about this season or next season. I would say for next season, I'd probably roll with Easton and try to draft a quarterback. It's pretty early then. Yeah.
I'm here. What's up, Arrowhead Sports? How you doing, man? Julian Blackman is Bob Sanders 2.0. I'm trying to tell y'all. I really believe the Colts were believing the hype going into week 1. I think we will look back at Jacksonville loss as a good thing. We won't have another letdown like that this year. I certainly hope so, Joe. I think you're right, and I certainly hope so. Your favorite YouTube mod is here. Hey, Tristan, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
It was a tough loss on Thursday.
Yeah, that was a tough one for you guys, really. Jennifer Blackman has done more than Hooker when Hooker was healthy. What's up, fellas? Our favorite Jags fan is in the building. What's up, dude? How's that L taking?
I was thinking of Elliot.
You were looking, you were. I figured that's what you were doing.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Elliot,
hold this L for us real quick. We can't relate this week. Just messing with you, bro. Y'all watching that Bama game? Hell no. Nah, go Dame.
Yes, sir.
Where's my freaking Buckeye fans at, man? I guess I'm talking to the wrong fan base here, I guess. I'm talking to the wrong. There's some, but there's not a lot. It's either Indiana or it's Notre Dame. It's pretty much it. Let's see.
There's some Purdue people too.
will bounce back against the Bengals. I'd certainly hope you guys would. I mean, not a large sample size. Let's not place him in the category yet. Let's see how Blackman's season goes before we place something on him. Well, I mean, we've been placing that logo on him just because that's how he plays. Obviously, he's not Bob Sanders yet, but I mean, we're just saying that's just what he looks like, and that's what we hope he continues to do. Fitzmagic showed up on Thursday, tore the defense apart. Yeah, I mean, can we talk like real quick just how decent the Dolphins have looked? I know they're 1-2, but I mean they look a little bit better than what they have been. They honestly look like a team that can come into any opponent and actually put up a fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Derek, I'm sure you already know, but isn't it great the Reds are in the postseason? I, for one, am very excited. Hey, what's up? Yeah, absolutely. Playoff bound for the first time in 8 freaking years. It's absolutely insane. Glad that the Reds are actually doing it, man. I'm so happy. Julian Blackman is definitely the real deal. We saw a lot of raw talent in his debut, and with the proper training, all of the other coachable traits will develop. Who was the other safety for Utah? Do you remember his name?
Oh, gosh. I don't know why I'm like forgetting names right now, but I can't remember offhand.
Yeah, I can't remember, but remember they were saying he was the second worst safety and he on Utah and he's hurt. So
yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
That tweet saying the Colts didn't even get the best safety coming out of Utah and he's hurt. That's like, wow.
That is funny. If I was Desir, I would pull an Ebron and put myself on IR. Do you see the pettiness of Ebron the other day?
Yeah, he's irrelevant to me anymore. Like, I just really don't listen to what he has to say because, like, he's going to burn all the bridges and nobody's going to care about him, like, if he keeps doing this, so.
Yeah, for real, though.
Well, what did he say, though? I guess I missed
it. He said he brought up the point of saying that, I think he got like very few targets in the last week. And they said, I think he got maybe like 4 targets or something. And he said, winning's all that matters and all this stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You're going to say that after complaining about not getting snaps. Are you serious?
Yep.
You're the one to say that to us right now. Are you serious?
Right. And then when he did get snaps and did get targets, he dropped half of them. So it's like, okay,
yeah.
Well, what do you want? It's on you. Like, there's a reason why you're not getting snaps,
Yeah, it's for real. Jack Adams, 100% Blackman is our Bob Sanders Jr., and he kind of reminds me of a little Antoine Bethea too. Ooh, that's another good comparison. If he's anything like what Antoine Bethea was, I'll take that. Antoine Bethea was a really good player. Colts are going to destroy the Jets. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Got to get TY going early. I think that's another great thing, Cody, that they should look to try to do. I think that it would be better to try and get TY involved in the game earlier because maybe he doesn't feel the need to make the big play so much afterward. Maybe then he just, he'll get started early and be like, okay, I'm in my groove a little bit. And then that just carries throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Hope they can.
60 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to like the stream, guys, if you're enjoying yourselves. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, please do so. We've just hit 3,300 subs just yesterday. Road to 4,000 is very close. We're liking what we're seeing. And also, for the 60 people that are in here that are watching, be sure to tune into our live stream tomorrow, guys. I am going to be doing a live play-by-play calling of the Indianapolis Colts game tomorrow, and make sure you guys tune in. Now, I will say this for reference before anyone else gets any ideas. I will probably be behind some people who may be watching the game elsewhere as well because I'm not local to Indiana, so I don't get the game. I have to stream it. So therefore, unfortunately, I'm a little bit behind some of you, but just be patient with me. I'm going to be able to do it. I'll watch it, but you're just going to have to I'm just going to remind you that I may be a few seconds behind broadcast time. So don't come into the chat saying, why are you behind? It's because I'm streaming it.
Yeah. Yep. And also check out our game preview. We did it with our friend Jet Central. It's almost to 1,000. It might be there by now, but be sure to watch that, give it a like, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely a fun character. He definitely knows what he's talking about. Stanley Booth checking in from Richmond, Virginia. What's up, Stanley? How you doing, man? Either have to re-sign Brissett or get nothing for him. Get nothing for him. I'm not re-signing him, honestly. I'd rather not re-sign him. And honestly, I don't even think he wants to be re-signed. I think he wants to go somewhere. I think he wants to go somewhere where he'll start.
Yeah.
Watching Eason toss it 60 yards in pregame looked effortless. It really did, and that's what's funny about it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers said in his holy days that he could throw it like 65, 70. I mean, or it was like 70, 75 or something. But like Eason tossing it 60 yards with little effort. I mean, Jesus, that is funny. Imagine Edge rushing behind this line. Taylor's good, but no Edge. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do with this offensive line. It makes a lot of running backs look really damn good. Okay.
Right. And I don't think it's fair to say he's not Edge because he's played 2 career games so far and no preseason. It's like, I'm not going to say that he's going to be that, but like, that's a pretty unfair comparison. Potentially a future Hall of Fame running back to a guy who's played 2 games in the NFL.
Yeah. And like we've seen Jonathan Taylor not look the greatest. I mean, the funny thing was Zach Hicks mentioned this again, that Jonathan Taylor, when you look back at the film, and I watched a lot of these runs back again, and he did miss a lot of holes. You ever notice that him and Jordan Wilkins are different when they do cutback runs? Jordan Wilkins hits those cutback when the line moves the entire defensive line one way, and then there's this little gap right here, and he has one man to beat. Jonathan Taylor needs to stop following the line towards the out of bounds and cut up. Needs to cut up, make that one man miss, and he's gone. But he doesn't do that because he's still inexperienced. He's going to get there. He's going to get used to it. I'm sure Sirianni multiple times this week has said, hit that hole, hit the hole. I'm sure he has. It's just got to stick at some point. Mm-hmm. How long you guys been Colts fans? I've been a Colts fan ever since I was young, super young. I don't remember too much of it when I was growing up, very young, but I do remember my first Super Bowl with the Colts. I mean, just since birth, my dad was a Peyton fan, and that's how he raised me to be a Colts fan. So that's how I started.
Mm-hmm. I watched AFC Championship game. That was my first game I ever remember watching the Colts, and then really started becoming a fan after that. So whatever that would be, 14 years.
Hey, you know what's funny, Cody? You remember that Rick Bennett guy that said he was a Chiefs fan? That was in our chat way back in there, and we had to ban him several times for coming on our chat. He's a member of RB's channel.
What?
Yeah, he is. He's a member of RB's channel, and and we had to ban him.
Wow,
it's funny. I have Jonathan Taylor, Rodrigo. It's not Rodriguez, it's Blankenship. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. And Colts D starting this week. Yeah, that's a smart idea. That's probably a really good idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
Expensive insurance policy sitting on the bench all year. Exactly. That's why I don't want him, because it's like, if we're gonna pay him that much, no point in doing that. Eason is for sure the future of this team. Remember, he was projected a high round draft pick, but lacked leadership and work ethic. He's surrounded by 2 vets now. Okay. I want to say this first. Whoever posted that he has no leadership and no work ethic. Okay, hold on. He says lacks leadership and work ethic. I don't believe the lack leadership part. Don't believe that for 1 second. His coaches at Georgia, of all things, said that his leadership was one of the best that I've ever seen. So don't listen to that argument. Work ethic, he's a young kid. He's played 23 games in his college career. He has not played that many games. You guys got to remember, he's played less games than a lot of these quarterbacks coming out of college. A lot of these quarterbacks, they play 50 games. He's got less than half of their tenure. You got to give him a little more time. I'm hoping to watch Pittman score his first touchdown tomorrow. Going to planning to turn on the stream tomorrow. Appreciate it, Joshua. Georgia college football fan, go Dogs. Oh, crap. I do want to watch some college football, but I don't want to at the same time because my Buckeyes aren't playing yet. When my Buckeyes start playing again, then I'll watch, but that's it. Is Max tenure done in Indianapolis? What do you think, Cody? I'd say no. I'd say no.
Yeah, I feel like you can sign and re-sign him for like a 1-year deal and be good with it, and he's not going to break the bank by any means. But if Jordan Wilkins continues to play the way he did, do you even risk that re-signing him? You know what I mean? Like, you have Jordan Wilkins, why do you need Marlon Mack?
Yeah.
So that's a good argument, but I probably would lean towards yes right now.
Yeah. The Dolphins defense is crazy. Just took a little bit to get to the groove like the Colts. I agree. Eason, Taylor, and Pittman is going to be the new triplets. Hey, that's interesting. Dolphins defense shut down Minshew, something the Colts couldn't do. Does that mean the Dolphins D is better? Just a question. No, I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. I think it's just the fact that you had a different set of circumstances. One, the Colts didn't have tape to look at, 2 weeks worth of tape to look at. The Dolphins did. And there's a lot of other things that are circumstantial. Where are we at here? It's all just freaking Finn's talk now. Jesus. That Ebron quote was seriously uncalled for. He dropped those targets anyway. Absolutely. Ebron never should have been a Colt to begin with. Yeah, he only wanted to be a Colt if he had Andrew Luck. See, retires at halftime like someone else we knew.
I couldn't see that happening.
I could not see that happening with Desir.
Vontae Davis is just a character. Like, Desir's just such like a humble guy. Like, I just don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? Like, he's a hard worker. I could never see him doing that.
Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Great Colts coverage out there to others on your social media outlets. Appreciate it, Michael. Everyone do what he said. Can you put it on a green screen behind you, please? I wish I could do that. That would be pretty cool that would be really cool actually to have the full screen and then have the game going on behind you and then be in the corner. That'd be pretty cool though. But
that would be.
We'll have to dabble in that a little bit at some point, guys, but we'll see. Checking in from Silver Spring, Maryland. Go Colts. Hey, Jamal, thank you so much for being in here, man. Edge is the greatest Colts running back. Big facts. Yeah, he is. Greatest tenure at the Colts for sure. Not a lot of discussion from any of you in here right now. You guys gotta help me out here. Everybody's talking about how long they've been a Colts fan.
Nice.
How many TDs and yards do you think T. Weezy, T.Y. Hilton will get tomorrow? Are you expecting a come out game, or are you expecting him to kind of just have another average game?
I mean, I think the yardage will be there, but he's never been a touchdown guy, like we said. So maybe a touchdown and maybe 70 to 80 yards.
I was going to say 80 to 90 yards and a touchdown. Something respectable. I think he gets back into feeling himself a little more this week. I do. I think he does. Honestly, if it's not for drops, his numbers look really damn good if he actually didn't have those drops. these early weeks. His yardage numbers would actually look good. He would have had 100. I think he would have had like a 80-yard game last week if he had caught that ball, that deep ball. Daily, what's up, guys? How you doing, man? I have Blankenship on fantasy. Smart there, LGRW. Hashtag respect the specs. Derek, if my Wolverines upset those Buckeyes, will you do the Dak dance? You know damn well that shit's not happening. You know that that team up north is not beating the Buckeyes. You know it. But yes, I will do it, but I won't have to do it because I know it won't happen. Here's a hypothetical. Let's say we mortgage our draft next year to take a QB. Would you rather have Lawrence or Fields? If you pick Fields, you spend one less draft pick. Oh, my God. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but I don't care. I'm going Justin. Absolutely.
Really?
Especially if that means I can save one more draft pick. And because, not to mention, Justin Fields is the kind of quarterback that the NFL is moving towards. The quarterback that likes to be able to move. Now, I will say this. Trevor Lawrence can move. I noticed that in the Buckeye game. He definitely can run. I'm just saying that I don't think he tends to want to do that, but Justin Fields is definitely a much better option to run and move out of the pocket if he wants to. Trevor Lawrence is more of a in-the-pocket kind of guy. And don't give me all this crap about how Lawrence is so much better of a quarterback. He's not so much better of a quarterback. He's a better quarterback, but he's not way better. Fields is definitely on his heels. And take this from a Buckeye fan. I know. I watch him. I know how it looks. Reich decided to punt versus Vikes instead of 58 attempts smartly, but what's Hot Rod's go zone? Talking like how far he's able to kick it from. I thought they said it was like the 34. I thought they had that target mark at 34 for last week.
Okay. So what would that be then?
51-yarder.
51. Okay. Yeah.
So
just a little bit short.
That doesn't surprise me. I would definitely think that Rod can hit that. Honestly, I think he can definitely hit anything inside the 40. That I have no question in my mind. It's just a matter of whether or not he's accurate with it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Reese Fountain? I'll let you tell this one first because I know
how much you love Reese Fountain. No, I mean, I'm glad that he's on the roster, and I'm glad that he's worked hard to make that comeback. So, I mean, we have all the love in the world for Reese Fountain, and I'm glad that, unfortunately injuries happen, but it's opened the door for some of these younger guys like Reese Fountain to get a chance to come in and, make a little bit of an impact. So I'm excited to see what happens this week if he gets any snaps now with one less receiver ahead of him. Or how that really shakes out. I mean, he was active last week, so I'm very excited to see can he continue to progress because it seems like he had a pretty good training camp from all accounts.
I think he had 12 snaps last week, just never really got anything thrown his way. So maybe that's something different. But yeah, I was rewatching part of our interview with him the other day. I was rewatching the end when we were asking him about his daughter and everything. It's great because Reese follows us, and he likes almost all my tweets now, which is great. It's definitely funny, but that's really cool. I definitely bragged about that to my brother, my dad. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I love Reese Fountain. I think he's a grinder. I really do enjoy his story. The more I listen to it, and I'm excited for his future. I think he's gonna be better than what Deion Kane was supposed to be. I think he's gonna get it. We just have to get him involved.
Yeah.
Would you like to see them give Pittman a better route tree? I just don't know because there's not been a lot to sample from. I don't think it's the issue of the route tree. I think it's also just an issue of proving, that he can run those routes. Remember, in the second week, despite the fact that he had more catches, he actually had a couple routes that he ran wrong that Phillip Rivers didn't like. But, I mean, that's something that you're going to have to get better at. But I think the route tree for him is not bad. But I would like to see them actually go to the red zone with him. I mean, I'm surprised they go away from him.
Yeah, it is weird. I'm not exactly sure what the thinking is there, but.
Will the Colts be buyers at the trade deadline?
They never really have been,
They never have been. Now, I mean, I'd say this depends on your record, depends how your team's feeling and what you can get out of them. Honestly, I think they could this year. I mean, who would have thought Chris Ballard would have done what he did in free agency, right? I mean, he's been different this offseason. So maybe we see something different in the middle.
Yeah, I think maybe a corner might be up in play potentially. Who knows? But that would be like the first thing that I would think of maybe.
Roof closed or open? I want it to be closed, but my guess is that it's open.
Mm-hmm.
I say feed Mo Alley Cox. Rivers likes his basketball players, highest rated PFF player last week. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. I had to ask. Get that off my screen. Is the NFL in a better or worse spot now going forward? Yeah, well, we won't talk about this too much. I can't speak for the NFL because, numbers have been conflicting. I don't know how. I mean, they said in week 1 that the overall viewership of week 1 games were actually lower than they've ever been, but week 2, it shot back up again. Look, I'm not one for. I don't really care whether or not they want to do it or not. I'm watching football. I'm honestly not really paying attention that much to what they're saying about Black Lives Matter and everything else that's going on. I'm just watching football games. I get enough of it in the news, on social media. I have my own opinions on everything. And, what the football players say about Black Lives Matter or anything else of that matter, it's not going to change my view of anything, go flip it or anything like that. I'm just watching football. That's basically what I'm there for. So if they want to do that, that's fine. I don't care, but in a better or worse spot, I don't know. We'll have to see if they continue to embrace it going forward. I just don't know. Ryan Tannehill, 38 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 11-4 record, and 15 starts. Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy. Elliott and him are just LGRW. You have to understand that Elliott's just a Jags fan. It's okay. Don't fall into the trap. Your quarterback is better. It's okay. Just don't respond to him. If we win on Sunday and the Titans lose, we'll be in first place. Oh, really? Is that true?
I don't know if that's true or not, but
no, we wouldn't, I don't think, Jamel, right? Because we lost a division game.
Right.
I think the Titans would be number 1 just because of the fact that they haven't faced an opponent in the division yet.
Right. And also, like, if they lose to an NFC team, and the Colts lost to an AFC team. So the Titans would still have a better record.
Well, and the Titans would be ahead because they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they would still be ahead of us.
Yeah.
That we'd have the same record, but they'd be first place because they actually beat Jacksonville and we didn't. So yeah, that took me a second. I was like, didn't they play Jacksonville? I was like, yeah, they did. What's the matchup this week you guys are looking forward to watching the most? I want to watch Big Q Nelson/Williams battle. Much love from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey, Travis, thank you so much. Nelson and Williams, that'll definitely be a good one. I want to see. I guess from what people were saying was that Desir was hurt, so we may not even see him. Man, Who do I want to see?
I definitely want to see Mekhi Becton versus these Colts defensive ends. I definitely want to see what happens there because he's played very well for this year for the Jets. Really one of their only offensive linemen that's been consistent and healthy. So I'm interested to see, do the Colts get the upper hand there, or is he holding his own against these guys?
And Jets Central said that, like, Mekhi Becton's been the only bright spot on this offense for the Jets this whole year. So, I mean, Mekhi's been really good, guys. Lawrence over Fields. Sorry, Derek. I agree. I like Fields. He's got great talent. Thank you.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
I love Reese as well. I hope he keeps getting an opportunity. Thank you for your time. Hey, Zach, appreciate it, man. And yeah, absolutely. We hope Reese gets his shot here soon. If he starts balling out this year, I'm definitely gonna keep up with him because that'd be great. Colts just got to take care of business if they want to win. Yep, that's basically it. Do you think we should bring in Antoine Bethea for a tryout? Didn't he say he wanted to retire?
I didn't know. I didn't even know he's still in the league, honestly.
Yeah, I thought he said he retired. He went on Good Morning Football and said he wanted to retire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he said he was going to retire. I mean, what? The guy's almost 39?
Yeah, he's old.
He's old. Like, no way. No offense to Antoine Bethea. That dude's a legend in Indianapolis, but 39 years old at a safety position? Nah, I'm sorry, man. I just can't do it. Especially with what we're seeing with this young secondary. We keep it going.
Yeah, he'd be your fifth safety. Like, what's his role, you know?
Yeah, right. Don't you think that the Jets will be able to dominate the ground game running behind Becton? Well, I mean, they certainly can branch off a few runs. Don't get me wrong. They definitely can move the ball. They did that against the 49ers a couple times. They had a couple decent runs, but the way that they think they can do it, no way. Not against this deep defensive line group for Indianapolis. No way.
Yeah, and as good as Becton is, he's only one player, and you need all five players, you know. And you're off your starting running back too. So there's so many things. I don't think so.
Anthony Gulick, what's up, man? How you doing? We just lost AV. Bring back Bethea to have a member of that 2016 back. Oh boy, that shows you how freaking old he is. He was in his prime in 2006.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy.
That was his rookie year too.
Yeah, right. One of the receivers is going to step up and fill the gap left by Campbell. Who will it be? We shall see. That is true. Who does step into that role? I mean, is it Pittman? Is it, does Hines become more of a receiver? Is it Darius Fountain? Who knows? Another one of the Teray. I see a bunch of these. Just Teray coming back. Yeah, I'm excited for Teray coming back. We just don't know when. He probably will be back in probably another month or so. But I mean, at the earliest though. I mean, I would not anticipate him coming back before the bye week though. But yeah, Teray coming back. That's been the talk this week, Cody. People saying this defensive line looked really damn good, and we don't even have Teray yet, who we were saying at the beginning of last year was our most explosive defensive lineman. I mean, that's got to be really good for you. I don't like the Titans, but Nashville is still a nice place. Yeah, it is. I like Gatlinburg. I like going to Gatlinburg all the time. Oh, my God.
More fighting, I'm guessing.
Yeah. They just keep.
That's how it goes. By the way, what do you think of the shirt, Derek?
Touchdown, INDY. Hey. Love it, man. Love it. NFL is on WNBA for first time. NFL is on with the NBA for the first time during start of the season. Not as much civil factors as some push. I want to check out a Colts at Tennessee Titans game. I hear the food is amazing. Yeah, Tennessee food definitely is really good. Antoine Bethea is 36. Okay, well, either way, it really doesn't make much of a difference to me. 36 years old, still way too old. Yeah, Bethea retired, played good to his last snaps, though. Much love. Yeah, it's kind of ironic because people were like, what? You're really going to retire? Like, you came off a really good season with the Cardinals, man. Like, you were doing well. Like, why'd you decide to leave? And, he just decided he wanted to do something else. So, Zach asking, what do you think about Hooker's future with the Colts? I want to say what's on my mind, but I also don't want to because I don't want to assume, and I also want to, not have the opportunity rush away from me if we want to potentially interview Malik Hooker. But I'll just say this. I'll say it. I don't think he's coming back. I don't. Because the injuries have been a big, big concern. Ever since he's gotten into the league, he has never stayed healthy. And not to mention, with a player of his potential, you're going to have to pay him a decent buck. And the Colts are going to need to save even more cap space for when they start signing the franchise guys that are corner pieces in all of this confusion. So, Nelson's going to get a contract. Anthony Walker's going to get a contract. Darius Leonard's going to get a contract. Guys like that, they're going to get contracts. So I don't think he's coming back. I don't.
Mm-mm. No,
but I could be wrong. I'm just saying I don't think he will.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I mean, he's had some moments, but I mean, for what you invested in him, Derek, I've said this since the beginning, like, he has not come anywhere close to 15th overall. Like, not at all. And I know injuries have been a factor, but yeah, I wouldn't bring him back at all. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Becton will be schooled against Houston.
We'll see.
We'll see. Ashton Van Gordon went to school with Reese. Been a Colts fan my whole life. Hopefully he can step it up if he gets some playing time. That's cool. Yeah, we certainly hope the same. Zach Harris, follow me on Twitter at ZachSports10. Hey, we will, man. Absolutely. Thanks for being in here. I need one of those shirts. There you go. You need to hook this man up with where you got that shirt, Cody.
I tell you what, maybe we'll do a giveaway with one of these shirts because a lot of people have said they love it. So,
yeah, that would be great. Will the Colts scratch Doyle since they're playing the New York Jets and won't really need him, and it reduces the chance of furthering an injury? It's a good question. I don't know because the depth of that position is concerning. So they may not scratch him, but they may not play him. He might be a healthy scratch.
He might be on a pitch count too.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm interested to see like Noah Tagovailoa. I want to see like him in more of a role, like getting more targets.
Someone I haven't seen in these streams in a while? That's Matthew Stansberry.
Yeah, that's
Our
right.
guy Matthew. I haven't seen Matthew in here in like a couple streams, and it's weird. I'm wondering where he's at. In retrospect, how do you feel about trading out of the third pick that ultimately brought Darnold to the Jets? Well, the Jets have gotten a quarterback that is still yet to get them anywhere. What did we get? We got Quentin Nelson. We got, what was it, Tyquan Lewis? And
yes, I think.
It was either Tyquan or Kamoko.
I know. I think it's Kamoko. I'm pretty sure.
And who else? We got someone else.
We also were able to get Rocky Sin out of that. Jordan Wilkins out of that. So, like, we got a lot of good players out. There's probably some people I'm missing, but got a good chunk of people out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. How many yards do you think Jonathan Taylor is going to have tomorrow? I say a 90-yard rushing day. He has 20 carries for 90 yards, and Jordan Wilkins gets a couple more snaps this week.
How is the Jets' run defense? I haven't really looked at like what their ranking is. I don't know if you can check that out for me.
I can check to see how many yards people are getting against them.
Okay, because it really matters, like if they're running it a lot and if they're not, like that could be a little bit deceiving. So I just was curious where they were at.
Yeah, let me look at this here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, right now, Indianapolis for it says NFL team opponent rushing yards per game. The Colts are actually 5th right now with 85.5 yards per game. They're actually 5th best in yards per game allowed for rushing. So that's good to hear. They are actually 26th. They are giving up 140 yards a game rushing.
Okay, I'm going 115 for Jonathan Taylor then.
All right. Niski cap right here with 112 and 1 touchdown.
I'm saying 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
They're going to run it, man, and they're going to run it well.
I think so. I think Wilkins will just get some more snaps, though, and we might see some more bigger runs from Wilkins. Because again, like Jonathan Taylor's going to get the tough yardage, but Wilkins has the big playability right now because he just knows how to find the gaps better. JT will have another 100-plus yard day tomorrow. Certainly hope so. Hooker's never been the same since his ACL injury. That's true. Apart from some insane picks, Hooker hasn't shown much. Yeah, that's true. I'm announcing my retirement from the NFL live on BTJ. I've been an undrafted free agent for 14 seasons. That's funny. I thought Doyle was ruled out already. I don't think so. I thought he was listed questionable.
Yeah, he was a full participant in practice, so.
Yeah. They might decide to scratch him tomorrow, but, I mean, right now we don't know.
Yeah, I know, like, Rocky Sin and Matthew Adams are the only 2 that I've seen that have been officially ruled out.
Yeah. And Mina, yes, we have seen it. It's ridiculous. Noah's a good underrated blocker, in my opinion, from what I saw last game. He actually had a couple of good blocks that were good. I mean, that's why he's getting a chance to play right now. Why do we have such bad luck with Buckeyes players?
I don't know, Derek. Tell me this. Why?
I don't know because, like, none of those guys have had injury problems when they were in college. I don't understand it. I really don't. It's truly just bad luck. It's truly just bad luck.
I mean, Taekwon Lewis is the only saving grace right now on this team for the Buckeyes.
Yep, that's true. Hey, he had a sack this last week, so, I mean, we got to give him mad props for that. Chances Pittman, Taylor, and Blackman each get a touchdown in the Jets game tomorrow.
Wow.
That would be
This happens about every stream we have. So I'll just read this one. You know what's funny? The Jets have 11 former Colts players currently on their roster. Pathetic. The Jets are the hand-me-downs of the NFL. Well, it's the Rex Hogan connection, man. The Rex Hogan connection is strong.
It really is. Yeah, you got to remember it's Rex Hogan, not Ed Dodds, Carl. Somebody freaking had it with you on that.
Yeah, so you're lucky for some of you who didn't see that. So the reason why I re-uploaded that preview was because there was like a piece of audio that was randomly missing, and I had a long day, and I was just like, Derek knew I was really I was frustrated. And then apparently I said Ed Dodds instead of Rex Hogan, and some guy got on me, and I was just like, why do you care? Like, I made a mistake.
It was 10 o'clock at night. We're all tired. We're wanting to go to freaking sleep.
Yep. So I got rid of it. I cut it out, but still, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Mostert had 92 against the Jets last week, leaving the game in the third quarter. Interesting.
Yeah, he had a good day.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, 140 yards a game. That's crazy through the first 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. I mean, who have they played? They played the 49ers last week.
Yeah,
they played the first week.
And then, why am I forgetting everything? I know they played a really good team in week 1.
Oh my gosh, it was the Bills. Yeah, it was the Bills. Yeah.
Was it the Bills?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was the Bills. Yeah, it was the Bills.
Okay.
Yep. Since we're bringing back players, bring back Peyton Manning. Oh, good Lord. A second. Michigan Wolverines here's like, did I get blocked? Not sure what I said. Never mind. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't have. I don't know what mod would have decided to block you, but
An Ohio State mod, probably.
it wasn't me. I'll just say that. Taylor 105 and 2 touchdowns. Hey, I got you.
Okay.
Greetings from Poland. I finally managed to catch you guys live. I watch all the videos on YouTube. Go Colts. The Adrian229, thank you very much. Glad that you finally were able to get in here. If you can watch the game tomorrow or come on over to our stream tomorrow. For the 60 of you that are still in here and are watching, and in case any of you didn't get to hear this earlier, I will be streaming during the game tomorrow. I will be doing a play-by-play analogy of everything going on. Make sure that you guys follow. There won't be gameplay up on the screen or anything, but I will be doing that, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I just will be streaming it, so.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate not living closer to Indianapolis. So.
Yeah, we had a lot of people in the stream last week. That was so much fun. I enjoyed doing that. So I'm happy you have the chance to do it now, Derek.
Yeah, for real though. I'm excited. I'm gonna have my juice and water ready to go.
Nice.
How have you seen much from Glasgow watching film? I've seen him on some special teams, but I haven't seen him anywhere else. So
yeah, that's where he's gonna be anyway.
Derek is bribing the front office to draft Buckeyes and they never pan out. Shake my head. Just a couple of them haven't worked out. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just unfortunate. I mean, it really is. I mean, seriously. It sucks that we couldn't have gotten Terry McLaurin though. Terry McLaurin would have been
suck. Yeah.
McLaurin would have been a boss in this system. Seriously, he'd been so damn good. And big money on the Jets winning 21-17. Oh my God. Love the podcast. Keep putting on for Colts Nation. Gavo 23K. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Jets shut down Singletary and Moss for Buffalo. I had Singletary on fantasy, but they got shredded by San Francisco. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, the Bills like to run, but I don't necessarily think they're super great at running the ball. Blue Nation domination. Hey, what's up? Let's see. Probably go for another few minutes here, guys, and then I got to go. I got to get some stuff done tonight before I go, because after the stream tomorrow, I'm going home to my parents, and which I haven't seen in like a month. So just moved into their new house, so I'm going to check it out. I guess JT has a nuts game, finally gets a few breakout runs. Certainly would hope so. Do you guys see Isaiah Rodgers possibly having more of a role on certain defensive packages? I don't know. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know. I mean, with Rocky Sin being out, it's a possibility of it happening, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Jags will sneak in with a record of 10-6. Elliot, you wish. I think that's it for everything there. Yeah, so I think we said yeah, you said, what was your score? 31-10? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, guys, so I think that's going to end it for this stream. Thank you all for coming out. Again, guys, tell everyone, I am going to be streaming tomorrow during the game. We'll hang out, have a good time. Let's have another great week like Cody had last week. Had a lot of great donations in there. You guys were very generous, and you guys definitely will enjoy me being here as well. Cody, how did you stream your games? Were you watching it on live TV?
So no, I was a little bit behind as well. So I was watching it on my, I was watching it on my laptop and also streaming at the same time, and so it just worked out that way. And then, so I was like a play or two behind, but it was still good. And like I didn't check the comments because we had some people in there spoiling them. So please don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the I'm not gonna look at the comments ever unless there's a super chat or somebody's trying to send me a membership thing. Hold on, I'm trying to something out here. Hold on.
What is it?
I'm trying. I was trying to see if my streaming thing would work with this stream up. I'm trying to see if I'm able to stream a game that's going live right now. And it looks like it is. Am I not having any issues with connection or anything?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
What time? So Derek, what time are you going to be on? I know like the game starts at 4:15. So what time are you going to be on streaming?
I'll be streaming at 3:30. I'm going to start at 3:30. I get off of work at 2, probably be like 2:30, 2:45 when I get back. I'll get some food. I'll get myself a quick shower, get myself organized and everything, and then I'll get into the stream. So
sweet.
Yep. So you'll just have to text me, Cody, if I lose connection at some point during all this. You know, it's not been an issue when I do the streams by myself. I've never had that issue, but and it's weird because like we've not had that issue for a while. I mean, you know, I this is the first stream in a while that you and I have had that issue. That's not been an issue for a while. So
I'm not sure, but
weird, but okay. Well, I'm glad that let me try one more thing real quick before we leave live. Let me check something real quick.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Just so I can make sure that something works.
Yeah. By the way, for people who are still in here, be sure to check out our game preview with Jets Central if you haven't already. It's a couple videos ago. Our keys to victory, and then also Derek released an injury report. I think we posted it today, so be sure to check those out as well.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, I think that's going to end it. Thank you guys so much for the support. Be sure to see all of you tomorrow, and as always, go Colts.